but it went through. Now 2 seconds left on the clock, and we are tied up at 20. And so are we going to go to overtime on consecutive days?
Why not?
In the NFL playoffs, in the NFL's 100th season. Only fitting, right?
Give the people more.
And we're back with more game day highlights next. Second time this weekend, and actually, guys, for the fourth time in the last 6 playoff games that we've seen here in the NFL going back to last season. Remember, both championship games last year went to overtime, and now we get 2 wild card games this year. Dalvin Cook's 2 touchdowns, but boy, the Saints really came back in this one in the fourth quarter. They were down 20-10 at the start of the fourth and figured it out in order to buy themselves a little bit extra time down in New Orleans. Rhett Lewis, Terrell Davis, LaDainian Tomlinson here with you. NFL Game Day highlights presented by Pepsi. LT, thought about overtime here. Saints seem to have, if you believe in momentum, at least seem to feel it a little bit with the final 10 points scored. What are you thinking here?
I was just thinking that, Rhett, momentum. Going into, obviously overtime, you want momentum. So the Saints started out the game really with the momentum. They controlled the game up until, about almost halftime when Drew threw the interception. The Vikings took the lead. They had the momentum all the way up into the third quarter, fourth quarter, and now the Saints got it back going into overtime.
We're going to take a quick break here, TD. Get your thought right after. Second and goal.
This is 4-down territory.
From the one. Pitch.
This is 4-down territory. Get north. Get north. Don't mess around with it.
They're not going to make it easy.
Pitched it. Come down the middle.
That's because they had success early in the game doing that, so they're going to the well a little bit too much.
So here, this is the Kurt Warner tweet. Says,
change the narrative.
Change the narrative.
Too soon.
And then Kirk, what are you trying to jinx him, Kirk?
No.
Kirk, come on, Kurt and Kirk.
But this is right now on the third and goal. I think this is 4-down territory. I'm not kicking a field goal.
No way.
I am trying to get this. I want to end this game right now. I have 2 more plays.
If you were at the one,
I have 2 more plays.
I would have considered it.
You cannot put this ball in Drew Brees' hands. Oh, my goodness.
And that's your ball game, folks.
It's over.
That's your ball game. Kirk Cousins to Kyle Rudolph.
He's good for It's over.
The win.
Good for Kirk.
Wow. With
all that talk about he can't get it done.
Yeah, and there it is, erasing all of the narratives.
But this was what it was. It was, yes, Dalvin Cook will keep you in games, but Cousins has to win games for you. That's what it's been.
Wow.
And Cook had a good game today. And
hold on. Hold on a second. They're asking for a review on a potential pass interference.
He did push off, though.
I would throw the flag, too.
You have to.
I would throw the flag.
At this point,
you can't throw the flag. It's only
right.
the booth.
Oh, that's right.
In overtime.
That's right.
In overtime?
So it's generated from the booth.
Ooh.
So let's see.
Well, it was rude.
Let's see if we're going to take an extra look at it.
Ooh, this would be This
would be too poetic if this is how it turns around.
But the Saints, in all honesty, they deserve this. After what they've been through the last 2 postseasons, they deserve to get this call.
This one might be coming back. It was because you saw the extension, and it was separation when he did that.
Oh, they're all shaking hands. They're all shaking hands now. Drew Brees is out there in the middle of the field shaking hands with Daniil Hunter. Kyle Rudolph's doing the interview. It's over.
Jason,
That's it. The Vikings have walked off with a win in New Orleans when virtually no one gave them a chance. So let's go through this one from the start. There it is. Sean Payton saying hello to the officials ahead of this game. Drew Brees getting ready to come out of the tunnel here. All right. Kirk Cousins, what do you got here? First playoff start since he was with the Redskins back in 2015. They lost that game.
This is not how you want to start the drive.
I mean,
this is not how you want to.
Adam Thielen had a rough first half.
Yes, he did. Janoris Jenkins, nice play on the ball. He's got the ball on the inside. LT as a runner, that ball has to be on the outside. Janoris Jenkins, nice play, knocks it out.
How about a 3rd and goal here off the turnover? And this Vikings defense came to play today.
Daniil Hunter and
Everson Griffin.
They were. And, that was what kept them in this game. Their front 4 harassed Drew Brees all day.
That led to a field goal. Sean Payton said at the half, they got to figure out what to do with those guys because Zimmer had moved them on the inside for a lot of the first half. Meanwhile, Taysom Hill got things going for the Saints.
LT, your X factor.
Yeah, yesterday I said I thought Taysom Hill might have a big game, and he certainly did today.
Well, here it is. 11-yard gain, and then on the next play, sets up Deontay Harris The All-Pro returner is a rookie. 54 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Longest throw in the last 3 seasons by any Saints player.
What?
Well,
That's surprising.
Speed is something that we know you can't coach, and it makes the defense back up. And that young man right there can certainly blaze.
That
Now
was
look
a terrific
now
route,
look at him lead blocking.
And the next, I mean, what else can he do?
Athlete.
Clears the way for Alvin Kamara and a touchdown. Saints take the lead 10-3. Dalvin Cook on the sidelines here after a nice Vikings drive got him inside the 5. Alexander Mattison cannot get in.
Yeah, if he's got in the
gain,
backfield,
and then
you don't respect the flash as much.
That's true. Second goal, still no Dalvin Cook. He actually had a crack in his visor. They had to fix that. He comes back on for 3rd and goal. And there's the pitch that we had just saw down at the end in overtime. And again, they lost yards on this one. They would end up losing yards on it in overtime as well.
Mario Davis just.
That man's an all-pro.
Yes, he is. The linebacker.
3rd and 7 for Drew Brees.
This was a momentum changer to me.
Totally.
Ill-advised throw. Don't throw that ball right there. It's 3rd and 7. Make them punt.
They actually
punt the ball and make them go to distance.
Well, they could have let the clock run down to the 2-minute warning, too, and just kind of take a breather.
Yeah.
Instead, the interception is going to turn into terrific field position for the Vikings, and then Cousins finding Adam Thielen here for a 19-yard gain. 3 plays later, big 3rd down here, 3rd and 4, just over a minute to go. Cousins with a bullet out on a quick out to Adam Thielen. That's a 1st down, and he gets out of bounds. 2 plays later.
You know what? You give it to this man?
Dalvin Cook.
Never touched it. And now, unless there's a touchdown scored right out of the gate, both teams get a chance to possess the ball. What a game. And that'll do it for regulation, I believe. Unless they're going to say 1 second should be on the clock.
Please put 1 second on the game clock. 1 second, please.
Okay, so we'll get 1 snap. And then overtime in New Orleans. We were here for that game. It was just about as fun an NFC Championship game, Troy, as you and I have ever covered. And it was Brett Favre as a Minnesota Viking. It was Drew Brees, Sean Payton. And that was like a heavyweight fight with those 2 teams and those 2 quarterbacks just trading blows. And man, they knocked Brett Favre all over this turf.
Well, looks like now they're gonna take a knee. I was wondering if they might try to take a shot on a Hail Mary. Maybe they could draw a flag, get a pass interference review. They're going to settle for a tie ball game here in regulation and take it into overtime.
So to overtime we go, and this is one of the big reasons why a guy like Mike Pereira is here to go through these rules.
Well, Joe, the rules are basically the same in the fact that both teams get a possession unless, of course, the first team scores a touchdown or there is a play that results in a safety. The difference is there is no time limit. So we're going to play another game, essentially start a new quarter, which means that each team gets 3 timeouts. And the difference, of course, in replay is that all replay is in charge of the replay official upstairs. There is no challenge. So we just basically play till we get a winner.
To begin an overtime period that will continue until a winner has been determined. 4th quarter timing rules are in effect. Each team gets 3 timeouts. The replay challenge will be initiated in the replay booth. It is sudden death unless the first possession ends in a field goal, at which time the opponent will have an opportunity to possess. Minnesota gets to call the toss. This is heads. This is tails. He's called heads. It is heads. They would like to take the ball first, and they're kicking this direction. Good luck.
So there you go. Kirk Cousins looking for his first career playoff win. Drew Brees trying to move on for a date at Lambeau Field. Overtime coming up from New Orleans after this. Going back to last season, 4 of the last 6 postseason games have gone to overtime, including the NFC Championship game here just over a year ago with the Saints and the Rams. Vikings will start the overtime with the football. At the 25. And now all that pressure that Kirk Cousins had to sleep on last night. Think about coming in on the road. This place is going to be loud. It's all right back on number 8.
Well, it is, but I think if during the week or coming into this game, if you had said that, hey, this game's going to be taken into overtime and you're going to get the opening possession to start overtime, I don't know that there's anyone within the Vikings organization that wouldn't accept that. And here we are. And we'll see whether or not they're able to get Dalvin Cook going a little bit more than what they were able to there in that second half. Saints tightened some things down and have been a much better group defensively.
Here's Cook. Hit by Demario Davis and Cam Jordan, a gain of 3. And this is the first time there have been 2 wild card round overtime games. Houston beat Buffalo last night in overtime. 2nd and 7. Cousins, Cook, a spinning catch short of a first down. Knocked out by Janoris Jenkins.
Well, Kirk Cousins, they cover up Diggs pretty well. And then he immediately just gets the ball out of his hands. Thielen, on the other hand, he's right in the middle there. And there wasn't very many people even close to him. I think he was left kind of wondering. I think Cousins was looking at that just saying, hey, get the ball out. Don't take a sack. Get something positive out of this. Make it a 3rd and short.
Pass is caught for the first down. That's Diggs. And the ball up to the 44. A gain of 10 on 3rd down and 1.
3rd and 1. You'd think they'd turn around and hand the ball off to Dalvin Cook in this situation. But Diggs is able to win inside, and Cousins delivers a perfect throw.
Play action. And this one might have been touched by Hendrickson. Pass incomplete on a screen for Cook. Either way, nothing was there for the Vikings. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it wasn't touched, it's a good thing. Or if it was, it's a good thing it was, because that was not going anywhere. In fact, they were probably going to lose some yardage.
A blitz off the edge, handoff to Cook. First down. Janoris Jenkins was coming on a blitz, and Dalvin Cook takes it to the 45 of the Saints for 11 yards.
They're running away from the blitz, and inside the defensive tackle, he collapses down inside, and with Cam Jordan boxed in, it creates a heck of a lane then. That's the best run he's had since the first half.
Cook up to 96 yards in the ball game on the ground. Play action. Cousins. Thielen. He's got it! Inside the 5. The ball sitting at the 2. 43 yards from Kirk Cousins to Adam Thielen, and they're 2 yards away from a win.
Adam Thielen against Patrick Robinson, and Kirk Cousins, he sees it immediately. He's got the one-on-one look. It's the best throw of his career right here with what's on the line. And for him to be able to drop that right out of the sky, Thielen gets a couple steps, and he delivers it on the money. That's the throw that could very well erase all the conversation about whether or not Kirk Cousins can show up big in the big games.
What a throw by Cousins, a catch by Thielen, who had that early fumble. Thielen, 7 catches, 129 yards, and one of his biggest catches in his 6-year career.
That's outstanding work. It's not only a great throw, but for Adam Thielen to be able to track this ball in the air the way that he was able to when it's coming in over his shoulder like that. Now, Marshawn Lattimore, he's been on Thielen throughout this game. He's over on the sidelines, and Patrick Robinson then is the one who draws the assignment. And here's the reason that Marshawn Lattimore wasn't in the game. The collision that he has there with Marcus Williams.
On that 11-yard carry by Dalvin Cook. And now all eyes are on Cook. This Vikings offense, can they end it here? 1st and goal from the 2. Cook doesn't get it. A.J. Klein made the stop.
These linebackers have been awfully good in the run game today, or at least in the second half. I mean, they kind of shut Dalvin Cook down in that second half, and they have finished off some of these defensive stops by filling the gaps, and they're going to have to do it a couple more times here.
Toss to Cook. Play gets strung out. Cook stopped back near the 5. Greg Robertson got through and made that stop with help. A loss of 3, and now it's 3rd down and goal.
Greg Robertson, 52. He scrapes right off the edge, and he takes on the lead block, and he helps clog it up. That's 2 good plays right there defensively down here at the goal line. What is Kevin Stefanski thinking here?
They gave Cook forward progress to the 4.
Yeah, Rudolph up here at the top.
Cousins throws. Pass is caught for the win. Kyle Rudolph and the Vikings are moving on. Absolute stunned silence here in New Orleans. The Saints wondering if there's going to be a review for a push-off. And how ironic would that be if they give that a look?
Well, he definitely extends the right arm, but from what we've seen throughout the year, you can't imagine that would be overturned. But, Mike, I'm going to defer to you.
Thanks. I'll give it back to you, Troy. This is one now that New York will look at. They have to make a decision. They have to make a decision on whether or not, A, there is pass interference, and is it big enough in the replay situation they have with pass interference now to call. Clearly he does get separation, and he does extend the arm.
And they are not going to look at it. And this is a final 26-20. Let's go down to Chris Myers.
All right, and Kirk Cousins threw it to Kyle Rudolph, and he's still holding on to the football. They confirmed the catch. Congratulations. Was it supposed to go to you, this play?
I'm so proud of our team, the way we fought. We knew it wasn't going to be easy coming here. We expected 60 minutes, and we got a little bit more. But I'm so proud of our guys. Nobody gave us a chance to win here today, except for everybody in our organization. We believed.
And how about Kirk Cousins, who's been scrutinized? He had to throw to Thielen, and then obviously had to get the ball to you.
I'm just glad Kirk can't win big games, apparently. So I think we proved that one wrong today.
You're dripping with sarcasm. So the game-winning catch, was that designed to go to you from the start?
They brought all-out pressure, and Kirk made a great throw. Like I said, I'm just so proud of our guys. I'm proud of Kirk blocking out the noise, coming down here and playing huge all game.
All right, well, congratulations. Good luck up against the 49ers.
Thanks,
all right, always a pleasure. See you later. All right, Kyle Rudolph, let's go back up the show.
All right, thanks, Chris. 20 red zone touchdown catches over the last 4 years, 3rd most by a tight end across the NFL, and now one huge one here
to win this game, and what a moment for Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, what a moment for a team that had not won a game on the road this year against a team with a win.